So who do you stand for? Team Brady or Team Giselle? The hot topic among celebrities and celebrity divorce stories these days. If you are Giselle, it's part of standing by your man, isn't it? To support them emotionally, mentally, physically, to be there for them, to make their job easier, to make life good, to make it all easy for everybody and fun and loving. And so that's her perspective. And she was angry. And there may have been an agreement, maybe not, about her going back to work and it being her time again. And we can look at it from Tom's perspective too. His perspective is, I'm sure, something along the lines of, football is my life. You don't get to be the greatest of all time unless it's your life. Giselle knew this. She knew this before. She knew this going into it. I need to do it for my soul. Maybe he's thinking all of these things. It's 18 years of practicing and meeting with people as they're going through the same type of marital strife and divorce and separation. I haven't represented celebrities on the level of Tom Brady or Giselle, but their pain and their hurts are the same. They're the same as everybody else that I have talked to, everybody that has sat in a chair across from me. The stories are not that different. There's a lot of similarities. It's a lot of expectations that aren't met, resentment, regret, all of that. At the end of the day, it's about whose team are you on? Who's right? Who's wrong? You are set up to be in a position to prove your case, and you're set up to be in a situation where you're giving up all power and all control to somebody in a black robe who doesn't know you, doesn't know your family, doesn't know your children, and yet you're allowing them to determine who's right and who's wrong. And there's a cost, of course, and not just the financial cost that I'm sure you can imagine. It isn't surprising or unusual. Divorce is expensive. So there's a huge financial cost that affects your life. There's an emotional cost. There's a stressful cost. There's time off of work. I mean, there's so many costs that go along with divorce when you choose to litigate through the courts. Team Brady, Team Giselle. I don't pick either one because I think, in my view, they're both right, because the truth is really more about perspective, and the truth is really more about perception. Tom Brady, he's right. His perspective, his truth, that's real. That is true. Giselle, what she's saying, that is equally as true. And for both of them, it is painful, and it's not a decision I'm sure that either one of them saw coming or that either one of them wanted to make. And as human beings, we are constantly evolving. We are constantly changing. And this is just one of the consequences of that. It doesn't need to be a right or wrong type of an issue. This is just part of the human experience and part of evolution and part of changing, and we can both be right. Two heads are better than one. And we're talking about them coming together and solving a problem that nobody knows better than they do. And that is what mediation is all about. Mediation is about two people coming together, discussing the issues, discussing their goals, discussing their family's future, because family survives, marriage doesn't, and coming up with solutions that they each think are fair and solutions that they think are going to work for their family. That's what mediation is. That's the beauty of mediation. Mediation gives you the flexibility to design plans that work around your family, gives you the control to make those decisions. They should be made by you. They shouldn't be made by a stranger, right? If you're in this situation and you're contemplating a breakup, a divorce, a separation, consider mediation. Consider it. So much better, especially if you have children, and it's so much better for your pocketbook, for your mental health, your emotional health. And if you would like to speak to me further about it, it's super easy to do. Just go to the link and let's get on a call together. Thanks.